what are the things you should expect? What are the things you should do sometime after you gave your life to Him? Let's start with getting baptized. Now, getting baptized is a requirement for our faith. Now, I already dabbled on this topic more in this video, so you're really curious, watch this video. But one point I am going to bring up is if a church is forcing you to be a part of the congregation in order to get baptized, do not go to that church. You can get baptized anywhere. The only thing I will say is when you get baptized, make sure whoever's baptizing you has not only been baptized before, but also experienced baptizing other people as well, and that person is saved. Another thing you should expect when you first start your walk is you will lose friends. Let's look at Yahshua, Jesus, and his disciples, for example. One betrayed him, one denied him, and all of them left him for a certain period of time. Now, why did I bring up him and his disciples? For two examples. One, that he only had 12 disciples. He had 12 friends. So just because he had 12, what makes you think that you are going to have a lot? And two, to show that, hey, that your friends can backstab you and betray you. When you're walking this walk, you're not going to have a lot of holy friends. Another thing you should expect that you will lose some family members. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 34 through 36, it says, "Don't think I came to bring peace on earth. I didn't come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemy will be those of his household." They hate the righteous spirit, the Holy Spirit inside of you. Since you choose not to be of this world, therefore you are different, and therefore they are against you. And that includes your friend as well, because we do not fight against flesh and blood. And here's the thing, some friends and family members will respect your beliefs, and also sometimes God, will use you as a witness to tell his word to some of your friends and family members. But regardless of what situation you're in, do not be surprised if you lose some family members or have fallout with some relationships that you had in the past. Now, this is one thing that most people do not bring up when you first start your walk, is you will have financial problems, you or you and your family. Now, if you really read the Bible, most people that follow him were either poor or middle class. There was only some people in the Bible that actually had a lot of wealth that actually did follow him. And main reason why that is because it's much harder to get into heaven if you're rich or focus on money a lot. For example, when Yahshua, Jesus, was talking to the rich man, and the rich man asked him, like, what else do I need to do to get to heaven? And he basically said, sell your stuff and follow me. And he got depressed and walked away. And after that, he basically told his disciples and gave an example of how hard it is to get to heaven if you're extremely rich or focus on money a lot. Again, the love of all money is the root of all evil. I mean, even in Luke chapter 9, verse 1 to 3, before he sent out his disciples to cast out demons, tell his word, and heal people from diseases, there's certain things he did not want them to take or did not want them to focus on. And one of the things that included was money. And that is the problem with most of the modern church today, putting ads or descriptions on their biblical content, or just doing paid sponsorships and things like that. They're focused on everything else but his word. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to give some people benefit of the doubt. They may not know that it's bad. But yet again, even Yahshua said, do not make my father's house a house of merchandise. Now, again, I already went more in depth on this subject in this video, so if you haven't watched that video, I would highly recommend watching it. Now, I'm not saying once you become saved, you ain't going to have no money. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you will have some financial struggles, but with those financial struggles, he will still provide for you and your family. Now, here's one thing that most people need to know that recently just got saved. Finding a significant other is going to be way harder to come by. Now, I already made multiple videos about relationships, especially if you're saved, so some things I'm not going to repeat. Because since you are a new creation, they're not going to like you or the spirit inside of you. So because of that, a lot of people are just simply not going to be interested in you. Now, usually a lot of people nowadays say something like, oh, I want a good boyfriend, or I want a good girlfriend, or I want a good husband, or I want a good wife. Now, here's the thing. If you're asking for that, especially from him, then you got to develop your relationship with him before he can bless you with your significant other. Let's look at Adam and Eve, for example. Before God brought them both together, both of them at one point was alone with him. So yeah, what I will say for anyone that's saved and are single, keep developing your relationship with him until he provides you with your significant other and your soulmate. Now this next part is for people that are already courting. If you guys are planning on getting married soon, one or both of you guys that committed in the past, you guys need to break that soul tie, regardless if you repented from that sin. Because like what the Bible says, that sin goes against your own body. And you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody or married with somebody and y'all have all these problems because y'all didn't break that soul tie. Here's how you can tell if you or someone else didn't break a soul tie. If you're constantly keep thinking about that person or constantly bring it up what happened in the past. If that's constantly happened, most likely you or both of you guys did not break that soul tie. And ways to break soul ties is studying, praying, fasting, and believing him that he will break that tie eventually. This last point, if you are married, you and your significant other need to be righteous examples to everyone else that isn't married. And of course, that requires both of you guys to believe in him, trust in him, read his word, especially the scriptures that talk about how to be a righteous husband and a righteous wife, to lead a righteous family, and inspire many other men and women of him to do the same. Now, these are things you should expect or do when you first start this walk with him. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of people nowadays can teach you how to get saved, but they don't teach you how to stay saved. But I really do hope someone got something out of this, and I really hope all who watch this have a blessed day.